Building, baby, I'm very excited. Another edition of the Viral Sports Podcast. I'm Sam, and one half of the podcast sitting across from me is my co-host.
Your brother, old God, in the building here on the Viral Sports Podcast. We back with another episode for everybody today. We got our man Vic over there. Vic, talk to the people, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Vic, the publicist, right here, sitting down, being your moderator today in the building.
That's what's up,
What's
man.
up with y'all?
We chilling, man. We ready to get into your sports talk today. It's a lot of shit to mash up for you guys today. I really wish we could have got to this Monday, but for people who don't know, we got another podcast. We had an interview in, so we couldn't talk about this. But once the football season comes back around, man, we're gonna probably turn this thing up a few more times.
Go all the way up.
Yeah. So just get ready. But I'm gonna jump into the lineup today, man. If you guys didn't know, Master P was pretty much in talks to buy Reebok. He said today that he wanted to make Allen Iverson the face of Reebok, like Michael Jordan is the face of Nike. We're going to get into that today. Also, we're going to be talking about the playoffs. The playoffs are here, the NFL playoffs, that is. And we got to talk about that, who we think is going to win. We're going to talk about the Eagles. If you don't know, if you never listened to the podcast, that's my squad. We got to talk about the game the other day where everybody got mad at Doug Peterson for pretty much... What's the word they're using now?
Tanking.
Tanking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tanking against the Washington football team. We're going to give our 1-2s on that. Some Eagles players came out and said a few things. And the first black minor league coach, we're going to talk about that, put our information out there, and wrap all that up today on the Viral Sports Podcast. How's everybody doing today, man?
Great. I'm doing goddamn great. I'll start out real quick. And before I get started, hold on.
Shit.
Go
get the Jalen Hurts. Go get that Jalen Hurts.
Hold on, I'm going to be right back.
Well, all right. It's a great day out here for Washington. It's a great day. I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel great.
Because Saturday you'll be right. You'll be in the same seat with us watching it. Y'all play Saturday night?
Saturday night at 8.
All right, y'all be 11 by 11:30.
About to go.
By 11:30. You know what I'm saying? Don't knock the camera over. You know what I'm saying? Will be sitting here at home with us. But if you look at the game though, man, Doug Peterson and the Eagles, we let y'all off the hook. We had y'all. Remember Denny Green, that game back in the day? We had them, and we let them off the hook. We let them off the hook because we were going to beat you guys that night, and you fucking know it.
No.
You fucking know it. You guys don't deserve to be in the playoffs, but you're in there. We should have won more games if you wanted to get in. I'm not hating on that. And but people are talking about Doug Peterson, man, and I just thought it was a travesty for him to do. One, because you got this rookie quarterback in who everybody is running around saying, well, even after 4 games, it's not going to be enough, to get to see who he is, if he's, even capable of replacing Carson Wentz.
Right.
And then they take him out in the third quarter. We were down by 3 points. Mm-hmm. You got to go out there and win. Fuck a draft pick. Ain't nobody you're going to pick at 6 that's going to change your team. First of all, I know one player can change the type of, thing that we got going on. It's going to take, an influx of players over years. But you can't, I get it, I understand it. But if you in that game and you got a chance to win, you got to leave that quarterback in. We got Nate Sudfeld's been on the Eagles for 4 fucking years. You know what you got with Nate. You don't know what you got with Jalen. So I just think it was, a bad thing to do. And I would take pleasure in knocking them motherfuckers out. Because at the end of the day, they came back in that game and they beat us. I was like, yo, this is time to punch them back in the mouth and give them the payback and send their ass packing, and we let them off the hook, like Denny Green said.
Let's talk about the game first off, because you talk about Jalen Hurts. I've been big on this kid since he was in Alabama. I was big on the kid in Oklahoma, and it pissed me off that he went to Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. But let's call it for what he is. 7 for 20, 72 yards and interception. 8 carries, 34 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The only 2 touchdowns y'all had. So he was the spark that Philadelphia needed. Now, you went into the game with no players. So basically, you were conceding the game to begin with. It was our game to win.
I ain't want to win that shit. I ain't want that game.
And it basically showed us that we gave you every chance to fucking win the game, because we did everything to lose the game, but we won the game, win the playoffs, and Tampa Bay don't want to see it. So we'll talk about that later.
Come on, man.
Tampa Bay don't want to see it.
Come on, man. Y'all look like shit the last 3 weeks.
Tampa Bay don't want to see it.
Especially last week. Y'all look like shit. We were fucking depleted. You were supposed to go out there and cut our fucking throats early in that game.
Right about that.
You guys, just get, even like at the end, y'all was fumbling the ball. I'm like, yo, we don't want to win this shit.
Nope.
They gave us every opportunity to win, but it's just he's a rookie at the end of the day. And a lot of people make that excuse. They say, well, his percentage, that's cool. But at the end of the day, if you winning games, it ain't going to be perfect for him. He ain't get the really chance to run with the ones. He ain't get an off season like that. Shit is probably going to be a little bit ugly, but he had us competitive, and he gave us the best chance to win that game. And, Carson Wentz, when you see his inaccuracies, it was because he was inaccurate. A lot of times, this guy's throwing the ball away. You know what I mean? We can't just act like Carson Wentz was the problem with the Eagles. Lackluster receivers, lackluster coaching. So I think the kid did a hell of a job for the small sample size that he was in, man.
I don't think it was fair to him to do that. You let him go out on this sword.
Yeah,
win or lose, you let him go out on this sword, and you give him the opportunity to go out there and show himself. Because the obvious competition next year, and I think this is still crazy in itself, is between Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts. Nate Sudfeld started with us. He was shit over there.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he came in there in the fourth quarter, down 3, on the drive to tie the game up potentially, you see Nate Sudfeld, and I was like, oh, the game's over. He's a sitting fucking duck.
I said, it's over.
Yeah,
Game's over.
Yeah.
And everybody knew it. And it was like, what are you? I'm still trying to understand what he was doing. Was that a shade and a slight on Jalen? Was it a slight on the organization? Who made the decision? Because now you got dissension within the players and the coaches. And what's going on over there, man?
I really, honestly, I'm going to let you go, Vic. I know you want to get it in, man. I honestly think, when I really thought about it, I think that what they're going to do is move on from Carson Wentz, and they're making Jalen the first quarterback. And his ideology was, all right, if we lose this game, I don't really want to win it, because I don't think honestly that Doug Peterson expected to win the game. But when he saw a chance that we had a chance to win, and he seen like the Redskins or Washington football team wasn't really playing like that, I think he got a little scared. He pulled him out and said, okay, this is gonna be our franchise guy. I don't want to get him hurt, and I can double up and maybe put some weapons around him and improve this team getting the draft pick. Do I agree with it? Hell no. I would have loved to put the Washington football team out, because it's a rivalry at the end of the day. Yeah. I don't give a damn about the Giants, whoever would have won in.
I don't think they did either.
Right. I was ready to knock them boys out of there because they had a chance they would knock us out.
Yep.
So, but I think that's what it was. A lot of people talk about, it could have been the front office. I doubt it. I think that was a situation that he made a mistake. Because what you really should have did, if you wanted to tank it, start Nate Sudfeld from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he didn't. You can't just pull him out. I think it was a bad move. But they'll get over it, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, I feel like Doug Peterson did a disservice to Jalen Hurts that day by taking him out, because he has so much, because that's reps with the team, in a game, in a tight game at that. So it builds that character, it builds that mentality. 1, and 2, he still has a lot to prove.
That's right.
In the league. So just being out there is a testimony in itself. After all the Eagles have gone through the battle back into get to a situation like this, it's just a testimony in itself. And by them putting in Nate Sudfeld, who, by the way, had 2 turnovers
back to
back.
Yeah.
I believe it was an interception and a fumble, right?
It was horrible. Yeah.
He's ass.
Oh my God! And it brings into speculations, like, did they do this for a draft pick?
Absolutely.
It had
but I don't like it. I think it stinks. I think you can't. And I was seeing Sal Powell, Antonio. He was saying the NFL should look into it and more. I don't believe all that, even though a lot of people are. It ain't that deep, but it's just like you compromising the integrity of the game. It's the reason why they put, they flex this game out. They knew it was a chance that it could be an upset going on at this point, because it ain't really, because we couldn't make it, but y'all could make the playoffs. But it was like, people want to see this, and it was another opportunity for Jalen Hurts to go against a great defense and see if he can pull this out, regardless of his 52% passer rating.
No, he was fucking running all over the place, even at 34 yards. Those things, it was a 3rd and 3, and he'd get the 4. It was a 2nd and 2, and he'd get the 4. And it was like, fuck, it was them drives that just kept moving and moving. It was frustrating the defense because the edges, Montez Sweat, Chase Young flying around the edges. But then if he steps up in the pocket and starts running and all those shit.
And then, it was a couple receivers. It was one receiver, I should say, Quez Watkins, who had a screen the wide receiver screen where he dropped, hit him right in his hand. That could have changed the whole game. He's going to get 30, 40 yards at least on that play. So it's just like, that's why you got to get the off season. You got to pick a quarterback so you can get somebody that's going to work together with his team. He knows who his receivers are, so they can work together in the off season and come back ready. Now, if he stinks it up next year a little bit, you still can kind of write it off a little bit. After that, you got to play. You got to give quarterbacks time to develop in this league, and that's why I was deserved to pull him out so early.
Indeed. Let's talk about the playoffs now, Victor. We are. We're at third. Today was Wednesday, right? So we got a couple of days. We got 6 dope-ass games on Saturday and Sunday starting at 1 o'clock. I'm very excited. Playoff football is always dope to see. We got some great games on the horizon, Vic. If you got the lineup and the schedule for us or the brackets, however you want to do this, man. But let's talk about these games and get to these picks, man.
In the AFC, the Chiefs have the first round bye. And then we're going to see Indiana, the Colts versus the Bills. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, and Baltimore versus Tennessee.
I love them all, man.
Now, in the NFC, it's going to be Green Bay with the first round bye, Chicago at the Saints, the Rams at the Seahawks, and Tampa Bay at, the Washington football team. Now, I want to get your thoughts on how you think each matchup is going to go.
Let's say the Washington football game for last. So we're probably going to argue about that one. But let's start from the top, man. Let's start with
Indiana.
Yeah, go ahead.
Indiana versus the Buffalo Bills.
Indy versus the Bills.
I honestly think the Bills is going to take it.
Is it going to be close?
No, I don't think it's going to be close. I have the Bills winning by double digits.
First game on Wild Card Weekend, I think the Bills are going to handle their business too. The Bills, with that quarterback and the wide receiver and the defense clicking the way they're clicking, they got a swagger about them. They reminded me of the San Francisco. There's always one team every year that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They stomp a mud hole in the whole fucking league. Nobody sees them coming. They make it to the Super Bowl, and they either get one snap away from winning it or they take the damn thing.
Right.
Buffalo is seeming to be that team. Now, they're going up against a juggernaut with KC as well, but we ain't going to go and put the wagon in front of the horse. I see them taking care of business against the Colts and Phillip Rivers retiring.
And shout out to the NFL, too, having 3 games, man.
That's fucking
one
dope,
day.
man.
I'm loving it,
I
man.
love it.
But, I got to go with the Bills on this one, man. They hot right now. I love the quarterback. I love the Eagles coach. You know what I'm saying? Sean McDermott. That's Eagle Tree, just like your boy Ron Rivera is. All Eagle trees.
We'll take it.
You know what I mean? And, I think they're going to move. I got them going to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's next?
Cleveland versus Pittsburgh.
It's going to be a good one, man.
I think that's going to be real interesting.
What you got?
I want to say Pittsburgh because Ben Roethlisberger is really the treat for that team. But after losing to the Washington football team, I don't know. It's been a string of losses for them since then. And Cleveland is hot right now.
Yeah.
So I think that one's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a close one.
That's a rivalry, though. That's one of those rivalries that go back. They do not like each other. I don't trust the cat for the Cleveland quarterback. I forgot his name. Baker Mayfield. My bad. And I just don't trust them to win in a big time situation. Just like I don't trust Alex Smith to win in a big time situation. So I think Steelers. You got Ben Roethlisberger. You got the defense, the offense. My man Chase Claypool. Steelers is walking away with that. It's going to be close. Probably like 27-24 or something like that. But Steelers win with a field goal at the end.
I want to see the Browns win, and I would have picked the Browns if they would have had their coach on the sideline. But Steven Stefanski, or I forgot his first name, his last name is definitely Stefanski, is out with COVID.
Yeah.
And he's kind of that glue that keeps Baker Mayfield together. With him not being in his ear, kind of slowing him down, I do see him making some mistakes in his very first playoff game. It's going to be electric. It's on Sunday night. It's the primetime game. Everyone's looking for the Browns to kind of change their culture, and it looks like they're in a great direction in doing so. But I think that the moment against a veteran and a Hall of Fame coach and Mike Tomlin, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and Ben Roethlisberger, a historically great defense, even though it's not up to par this year, I think they got enough. When you look at a game that they just played a week ago, with the Browns having to play for their playoff lives and only winning by 2 against Steelers backups, I think that they're going to be too much, and I see the Steelers winning too.
Yeah, I see that. I see it too.
What we got next?
We got Baltimore versus.
Speed game, baby.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a good game.
Oh, what you got on that, man? Because I think we may disagree on this a little bit.
I gotta go with Tennessee. I gotta go with that hot hand. Even though I love Lamar, I would never want to bet against an athlete like that, a person like that. But what Tennessee got going on over there, man, and I think they're picking up that momentum that they had from last year, but they probably could have, possibly been into the Super Bowl. And this year, like I said, I got them going, all the way, and probably playing the Chiefs, in the AFC Championship. They're gonna take this game, man, definitely.
I'm gonna disagree with you, and I'm gonna go with the Ravens, but I'm not confident. When you look at Lamar Jackson in his last couple of playoff runs, they haven't been very successful. They've looked pretty terrible. He's been the favorite in both of those series. I forgot who they played in the first game. It's his first year, but they had the first round bye. They were coming in hot. They were the hottest team in the league. And somebody walked in there and stomped a mud hole in them and just kind of shut their whole season down. They were the favorite last year against Tennessee. Everybody was sleeping on Tennessee, and they went in there and they smacked them around. Derrick Henry ran for 1 million yards, and they upset them. Now, no one is kind of putting Baltimore in that situation. Tennessee's the favorite by a little bit. Everyone sees it coming. Everybody knows what Tannehill and Derrick Henry got going on. They know what Vrabel and that defense got going on. I want to see Baltimore step up. I want to see Lamar Jackson in that running game and that defense step up to the plate and fulfill your mantle as one of the best quarterbacks in this league and take care of business. I could be wrong.
That'd be dope.
But I'm gonna go down on my sword and say
another
Baltimore.
Eagle quarterback. Shout out to Howard Ball over there in Baltimore, baby. Coach, I should say.
I think it's like a 51-49 split between me. Like,
we don't do that shit over here, man. You gotta pick a winner. Don't do that shit over here, man. You gotta pick a winner, man.
It's gonna be one for the record books. I'll say that.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be one. I think it's gonna come down to one of the quarterbacks choking. Which quarterback will choke?
We'll see.
Who you got?
I got the Ravens.
Ravens.
By how much? If you had to pick
3.
Close. All right.
I definitely see it within a touchdown.
Yep.
It's gonna be close. NFC, man. These games don't look like they're gonna be as competitive, but entertaining nonetheless, man. So what we got?
We got the Bears and the Saints first.
Route.
NO. Come on, NO. Who that?
Route.
Well, next one then. Rams and the Seahawks.
It's gonna be a good one.
I'm going Russell.
I'm going Russell too. We don't know what's going on with their quarterback situation. What's my man's name? Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared Goff broke his thumb, I think in week 16.
Oh, shit.
Just came off of surgery. They played a very depleted Arizona Cardinals last week with Kyler Murray going out to injury, so they kind of had a pass on that. They shouldn't have got out of that. So their quarterback's a question. If Goff doesn't play, this ain't close.
Yeah,
it's over.
Goff got to play.
Yeah. Goff's got to play to make it competitive. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on that one.
That's a sweep as well. Seahawks.
Yep. Now Tampa Bay and the Washington football team. I'm with Tampa Bay all day.
Of course, you're hating ass. That's all right.
That's gonna be a tough matchup for the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Especially you got Terry McLaurin coming from a high ankle sprain. He did nothing the last game pretty much. Alex Smith can't move. The offense is anemic. It can't do it. They ride on the defense, and it's a great defense, great front four. Secondary's okay. They got that safety who's real good, but Ronald Darby, he's gonna get scorched. You know what I mean? In the playoffs like that, Grog is gonna kill you guys. I don't know what their defense is like that. You know what I'm saying? But it'll take a miracle for y'all to beat the Buccaneers. The way y'all been playing, y'all didn't even want to put it in the spotlight in your own field. You let a depleted Eagle teams with 12 starters sitting out come in and smack you around in your own field. And if it wasn't for the coach, you guys would have been sitting home with us. Now you're going to prolong your season for another week and be out of the play. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since he's been in the playoffs. So he got to enjoy this week, man. Enjoy this week.
I'm going to
enjoy this week.
You done, Vic?
It's definitely gonna be interesting. It's a high flying defense versus a high flying offense. That's really what it's gonna come down to. Which stops which. I seen Chase Young called out Tom Brady.
Woo! Made a mistake.
I feel like he made a mistake.
I like Chase Young, though. I love his attitude.
Yeah,
I love
great.
it, though. But yeah,
he's already a leader. He's already a leader there.
That's my fucking guy, man.
But go ahead.
Do you, man?
But yeah, I don't have faith. I don't have faith that the defense is gonna pull through for the Washington football team. It's going to be.
They can't score all the points, man.
Yeah, they can't.
You know, I'm not mad at either one of y'all for your take. One,
That's
because
honest.
you hurt Eagles, but your
good.
Your assessment,
good.
Your assessment in my team
Won a Super Bowl, baby.
is correct. Yeah, y'all. I can't say nothing. Y'all win the Super Bowl. Hopefully, y'all going in the shitter now. But we're gonna leave the Eagles out because they sitting at home. We're gonna talk about my team, goddamn it, right now for a little.
Next show, he'll be at home with us. So it's all good.
Y'all better hope so, because I got my division shirt coming, and that motherfucker's coming in here swinging.
That shit gonna be in China next week. Some third world country.
Here it is, man. Alex Smith can't move, and I'm not gonna sit back and give criticism to a man that should be dead right now. When you looked at, I don't know if y'all saw the Project 11 documentary, but his fucking leg looked like a piece of leg of lamb on a carving board. It looked like somebody was slicing him up and putting him on a plate. For him to be on the football field and have this team in a position at when he took over the rings at a 2-7, Dwayne Haskins just shitting up the joint.
6-9, your record was?
7-9.
Okay, all right.
We had I forgot the motherfucker's name from the old Panthers. It's not ringing a bell right now.
Oh, the quarterback. Kyle
Allen. Yeah, he got hurt. So then we got something that we never thought we'd seen, Alex Smith, and he came in and rejuvenated the team, and he got us here. It's all on momentum. So I'm very happy to sit here, even though it's at 7-9, to be in the playoffs. And I think that we have, if anybody, the recipe for the upset. And it would be a fucking upset because no one outside of the DC fan base has us winning this game, and justifiably so. Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen have to get pressure on Tom Brady. We've seen this man when he has no pressure on him. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. We've also seen the blueprint, all of those blueprints being from the NFC East, on how to beat Tom Brady. You got to get at his feet. You got to get pressure up front. We've seen the Giants do it twice. We've seen the Eagles do it. These are the teams that beat him in the Super Bowl. You make him uncomfortable. He starts throwing picks. He starts getting erratic. And that eliminates all of these weapons he has on the outside. Now, we got to protect.
They got to score
on the outside. And there's the X factor. We got to get turnovers.
Yeah.
And we have to, the defense has to carry the team. Now, there's rumors that Ron Rivera may start Taylor Heineke, old quarterback out of BYU.
He really should.
And I think that should be a little bit more
Either
of an
way,
answer.
he'll probably lose. Y'all going to lose. I mean, go ahead.
I think that we have a great chance in
got no
surprising. I think that we do. A better chance than you may think.
He ever played the playoffs before?
No, he never played in the playoffs before, but they don't have any tape on him. So if he comes out there relaxed in a place where there's no crowd and nowhere,
Man, Heineke.
He's a lot more fucking mobile than Alex Smith is. He can get out the pocket and run for 7 yards and get a first down.
Didn't he play? You mean he ain't got no tape on him? Didn't he play for y'all for a little bit?
He played 2 series at the end of the fourth quarter on the Panthers. So there's not much on him. You know what I mean? You had our wide receivers dropping bombs that he was throwing and shit, so there's nothing really on him.
That's enough. I mean,
man, he was in there getting his math degree before we could brought him in.
Taylor Heineke is not beating no fucking Tom Brady, bro.
Our defense.
That shit ain't happening.
Luckily enough, he don't got to go against Tom Brady head to head. Our defense does, and our defense has to fucking beat Tom Brady. Not Taylor Heineke, not slow ass Alex Smith.
That's a shame. That situation y'all in though.
I love the upside that we have for our team. I don't see us winning the Super Bowl, obviously. So I love the fact that the young kids can go in there and get that playoff taste, whether it being a win or a loss, and we can build on this. But I really hope for the upset, man. It's a hope as a fan, and I think we'll win by 3.
I just don't see it.
I think we'll win by 3. If we're in the game in the fourth quarter, watch the fuck out.
I don't know, man.
I think
it's a tough match. Now, if it was Seahawks or somebody like that, I would give y'all a little bit more of a shot. But I just I don't know.
It's Brady. It got a fucking ton of weapons.
Everybody got a shot though. Once you got a shot.
We in there. We in the dance, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're not talking, and I got these 2 motherfucking birds laughing at me because we got 44-3 smacked. I hope we put up a better fight than that, and I hope I can come in here and talk.
If Mike Evans is playing, I don't see no
Jonathan Allen, Deron.
I can't stop. Ain't gonna get to every play though.
Bring that work.
AB's on the team, right?
You got to fucking tackle. You got to tackle.
Yeah.
Because if we can get up front, he's not going to be able to throw bombs and go over the top.
But like you said, he's gonna get out that ball quick. He's probably the grab
1.5 seconds.
Even if you do get all the pressure on him, he's at least going for the Tampa Bay is going to go for at least 28 points if you get that.
You got to score.
Exactly. You guys
score.
You guys and like couldn't score.
A team ain't put up 28 on us in a while.
Against the Eagles, the depleted Eagles defense.
Our offense is shit. It's our defense that carries the team, and our defense is going to have to force a turnover, get that ball in that red zone, give us a short field, or punch it in themselves. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be ugly. We're going to see Tom Brady rattle. He's going to have to show his age, 45, 46 years old, whatever he is. If he's sitting back comfortable in the pocket, I'm telling you right now, it may not come in on Monday because it's going to get nasty.
Yeah.
If not, we'll see, man. This is why we play and watch the NFL, man. It's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the only blowout.
Hell,
on Saturday.
I think the blowout is the Saints. You just saying that.
Yeah, that's the Saints.
Saints?
Fucking hate them.
They're
going to blow out the Bears.
I think it's going to be a blowout for the Saints.
I think they're going to blow out the Bears.
Ain't going to be no crazy blowout, but it's going to be a blowout.
I hope ain't no fucking blowout. The Colts got a real good chance of getting blown out, too, if they ain't careful.
We'll see. Saturday is roast today, Wednesday.
Yeah.
It'll be here sooner than later, man. But let's talk about Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
Eric Bieniemy interviewed for the Jacksonville head coaching job as well as the Jets coaching job. Now, if you don't know, Mr. Bieniemy, he is the offensive coordinator for the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. They were talking about him coming to Philly if Doug Peterson got out, but I've been hearing his name a lot since last year. What do you guys think about Eric Bieniemy, man, interviewing for those two jobs?
I don't think he should take those jobs.
Yeah, he got to go somewhere.
He got to go somewhere, but I don't think he should take those jobs. I'd rather, like we was talking before, I'd rather see him go to the Chargers or even to the Eagles. But
to be interviewed. I agree with you to this degree. We've seen too many black black coaches be put in impossible situations only to be fired 3 years after and not get opportunities again. I don't like that. This dude is a commodity. He's obviously shown his worth behind Andy Reid, because with all due respect to a phenomenal coach, Andy Reid, he ain't won a Super Bowl without him. He ain't got there without him either. Yep. So I want to see that brother in a position where he can really mold a team and get them to win. Now, Jacksonville, with the first pick of the draft and some good weapons that they can put around a rookie quarterback, has potential. But when you look at a team that's ready to win right now with the pieces in place, I think it's in San Diego with a fan base and in a market where he could really make some things happen. And if he doesn't get a position where he can get some success early, I think that he needs to sit his ass right in KC and collect money and still be that person, and don't take an opportunity until it's the right opportunity, because people will be in your ear and people will be out here supportive of you, of getting the right shot, and that right shot will come. Don't jump into it because you think you just got to take an opportunity. Nah, the ball's in your court.
Especially not that Jets job, because New York is brutal. That's the more like Philly, New York is two of the most brutalest places you could be a coach or a quarterback. So Jacksonville will be more ideal, I think, but they done gave everybody away. Right. And everybody should have kept my man Ramsey, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm happy for him. I think he'll probably this year, I think it's his year to move on from the Chiefs. He'll find a good spot, I think. Yeah,
find a good spot, brother. Indeed. What else we got?
Let's talk about the draft. So I'm just gonna talk about the first 10 people that's up for the draft. So Jacksonville is number 1. The Jets is number 2. It's between Houston and Miami.
No, Houston gave Miami the number 3 pick, so I know they have it.
All right, I got you. For number 4 is Atlanta. Number 5 is Cincinnati. 6, Philadelphia. 7, the Lions. 8, Carolina. 9, Denver. And 10, Dallas.
Real early to really even talk about the draft and who's going to go where. Obviously, you see some teams with needs that you're going to know. Number 1 is probably locked down. Number 2 is probably really going to start the draft, because what are the Jets going to do? Grab a quarterback, trade out? What are they going to do? I think you see Atlanta maybe grab a quarterback. Detroit needs a wide out like a motherfucker. Not Detroit, Miami, to go help Tua out. He needs a wide out.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I think it's very interesting at what you guys do at 6. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions at why, if in fact it was true that he did tank the game to go from 9 to 6, who are you looking at to grab at 6? I think it's very interesting. There's a lot of incomplete questions, and it's always entertaining, man. Last year was dope. I think this year will be no different.
Right. Now, I'm going to go straight to my team, man. Even though I see it kind of shaping up before us, the picks, but it's a couple, like you said, teams that can go either way. I would like for us to probably, it depends who's available, obviously, but I'll probably go with a cornerback. If you had to give me any position right now, I would go with corner. Even though there's some wide receivers out there that's real good, but if Jamar Chase is not there, Devontae Smith is great. He just won the Heisman Trophy, but that size, he's only 175. Yeah. That's what scares me a little bit. I think we kind of got to get away from them smaller guys. Let's get a guy like 220 that run like a 4.443 or something like that. But again, he could turn out to be a superstar. But Patrick Surtain, the second, we need another cornerback over there with Darius Slay and trying to shore up that secondary. And then, you got your second round's going to be early, third round's going to be early picks. Try to get some other skilled players there, I think.
Indeed, man. Great analysis. We'll have plenty of time to go and bust that up. But go ahead, Vic. What you think?
And Trevor, I was just reading that Trevor Lawrence just declared for the draft.
Oh, you know it. It's money time. Mm-hmm. And he happy as hell the Jets ain't in that shit.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, my God. If he went to the Jets, he would die there.
Could you imagine going to cold-ass New York or Jacksonville where there's no state income tax? You could be down there chilling. You got a better chance to win. Knock that market on you.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
How do you think he's going to transition, Trevor?
They projected him to be like, what, Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
We seen how that shit turned out. I think Andrew Luck's career, to be perfectly honest with you, the way they were hyping him is a bust. I do. I think Andrew Luck, people are going to argue the stats, they're going to argue the games that he played hurt and all that shit. All that's cool, and I hear you. Yeah, shout out to a warrior, blah, blah, blah. Who's a fucking bust to me.
Is Carson Wentz a bust now?
Yeah.
This is do or die.
This is the last year to
This
prove
is do
himself.
or
He's
die.
on thin fucking ice.
And I don't think he has like 12 or 5, even 5 games. Maybe 5, but not 12 games definitely to come in and try to prove himself next year.
Not if no fans in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, you got to, and then it's like, what if you lose the competition? That's why I think right now is good. Trade him. They're saying they can get like a second round for him right now, is the latest I heard. Take that, maybe a third or a fourth at another, different round later on, and move on from the guy. Put your eggs in the Hurts basket. I mean, worst come to worst, you got 2-3 years there, but he can run. I think he can only get better as a quarterback, as a passer at this point.
I like the kid, man.
Yeah. So that's what I would do if I was the Eagles. I'm getting rid of this cat because he's distracted at this point.
I want to talk about the draft more, but and we don't got to answer that now, but what if y'all got a quarterback? We'll talk about that at a later time.
Man.
We'll talk about that at a later time because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of shit going on, and this is going to keep this joint nice.
I don't see that happening.
It can't happen.
It's going to be brought up, and it's some out there. It's going to be fun.
We get all. We're not going to fucking offensive tackle or some shit. Watch.
I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than a quarterback.
We'll see, man. We never know.
Definitely.
What do you guys think about Master P approaching Allen Iverson about being the face of Reebok?
I got mixed feelings about it. I think it's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but didn't he try the whole thing with Ice Cube with his little basketball thing? He kind of wanted to make that happen. Not to say that it can't work because Allen Iverson's already a part of Reebok. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they probably had one of the biggest sneaker deals ever.
No doubt.
With Reebok. But like Vic was kind of saying, like, I think his appeal now will be more so, the hip hop appeal that he had on hip hop. Because, his career is over in the NBA. Not to say he couldn't put out good products and good sneakers, but I think Reebok will be a tall order for anybody to try to reinvent. But if anybody could do it, Master P could.
Yes, step by step, I think this needs to be taken. First, he has to buy it, and then second, we need to kind of see where he's going with it. We're putting the wagon in front of the horse a little bit, or reporters are, when they're talking about they're going to put the face of Iverson there and all that. It kind of sounds like a school scam a little bit, but we got to just make sure that if in fact this does happen, that we can kind of put it in the right place and one step at a time. Like I said, get the ownership of Reebok, solidify that. We'll congratulate, we'll celebrate you on that, and then make Iverson the face. Now, the talk about it obviously is dope. We talked about it when he was initially talking about buying it, him and Baron Davis, that Iverson made Reebok back in the 90s and made the Reebok shoe one of the only relevant shoes on Reebok for about 10, 12, 13, 14, forever, anytime. Outside of the pumps. Remember them pump shit?
Yeah.
Those are Reebok joints. But, yeah, I think it's great, but let's see if he gets it.
I was reading that Adidas actually bought them back in.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, what the fuck? I wonder why they ain't doing nothing. They gonna make a brand bigger than yours.
Put them in a shelf.
Right, that's crazy. But what's your thoughts, Vic?
I ain't mad at it. I hope that when he does buy it, that he reaches out to the younger cats in the NBA and the NFL and like tries to get like deals with them. So he starts bringing that traffic towards Reebok, and we start building that money up, that capital up within our culture.
Word.
But I fuck with the idea. I'm bringing Allen Iverson back to Reebok, having him branded as the face of it. Like, Master P is just a dope idea.
I think better designers,
Definitely.
maybe some better design shoes.
That's a must.
Maybe switch up that logo. I mean, they might think it's a mainstay, but maybe something that could be a little bit more presentable, or taking the logos, you know, off of the mainstay of the sneaker. There's a lot of things that could be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to make it a better product, because everything you get, you don't see always the logo smack dab, you know, on it like that with some things. Some like the Yeezys. Like, you don't see no Adidas, you know, logo on that.
You took the words right out of my mouth. They need to go that route that Adidas did and kind of get a trendy, kind of like an elegant but streetwear urban shoe, to where they can fuck the game up, to where people going, yo, those is kind of weird, but have that conversation where people gonna put them on and throw a nice little price tag on them, and you gonna get it. You thought Yeezy were crazy, and them motherfuckers is going for good bread and they comfortable as hell.
Well, one thing they could do, man, is if when he buys Reebok, come hit up the hip hop platform and start giving us little things, and we can market and make a business relationship and shit like that. You gotta use your pieces on the board, man, if you get there. But that'd be nice, man. We'll see.
Throw some motherfucking mananis on the table, like.
Right. See, I'm fucking representing Puma. They ain't fucking paying me.
Right.
You know what I mean, to do that. So, you know, it is what it is.
Damn sure need some sponsors. But indeed, man, what else we got over there? We good?
Nah, this is the last one right now. What do you guys think about Bianca Smith? First African American lady, African woman, to get a coaching position in minor league baseball.
In baseball,
for the Red Sox.
I think it's dope. I think if she wanted to do that, she got an opportunity to do it. We've seen it happen in Washington. In the NFL with Washington. We're seeing it happen in the NBA. Where we've seen, I think her name is Becky Hammond. She was the first female to coach and come in and coach for the San Antonio Spurs when Popovich got ejected. So we're starting to see this throughout sports. And if they're qualified for the job and they're great at what they do and they're helping the team win, I'm all for it, man.
Women's equality, baby. Women can do anything we can do. But now some real stuff. I think it's dope. You know, I had nothing against women, you know, moving up the ladder and, you know, getting a position that typically wasn't held by women and getting those positions, because I think they could do just as well as us, if not better, in certain positions. So why not? Yeah,
definitely. I'm loving it. Like, things is starting to take a step in the right direction, and all these male-driven how do I say this, jobs and careers.
Yeah.
And I just really like the move. Like, there's things that a woman can see that we can't see, obviously. And there's things that we can see that a woman can't see. So to have those juxtaposed in a, say, NBA, NFL, or MLB, I think it's really dope. And I hope and I pray that more women start taking that and start running with it and start applying to the jobs, because I would love to see more women coaching in big-time teams.
Well said, Victor. Well said.
Yeah, man, you're getting better at this thing, man.
Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
We in the hip-hop. We ain't in the hip-hop. Goddamn, we're on the Viral Sports Podcast talking a little hip-hop as we talk some sports for you guys, man. We definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all that support all of our platforms. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the Viral Sports Podcast. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get all the latest notifications. We got some great interviews coming up in the sports world, as well as talking shit once or twice a week for you guys, man. Definitely excited for y'all. Appreciate y'all. Sandman, Viral Hip Hop News, Oh God Hip Hop News Uncensored. We got Vic behind the ones and twos, publicists of the goddamn baddest brand in the fucking game. Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast, Viral Hip Hop News. We on the Viral Sports Podcast. Over and out.
Hey, deuces.